Hello and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I thought I'd do something a little different in my little background while I'm recording this. What I'm doing is I'm lowering the frame rate speed on my end, just to make sure that everything is basically still coming through as far as the recording is concerned. So that's just some technical stuff I'm just doing. I figured my last Let's Play that I did in prior to this one, or in conjunction with what I'm currently doing, would help things. I figured, yeah, sure, why not? So, let's continue. So, as you remember last time, we were in the middle of investigation. We finished investigation. And now we are in the second half to the conclusion of the second episode, which is the stolen turnabouts. So, without further ado, let's jump into this and regret we ever came to terms with this. Sound okay with you? Sound okay with me? Let's do this. Doesn't change the fact that the Steam version is still slow as shit compared to the DS version. More than that, it's slow. Oh, there really does change things. October 14th, 9:41 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 4.
Hey, Nick!
What is this, Oh, that does make it so much faster.
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door!
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Dick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today!
Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him at Masque.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Masque's trial.
I know. By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
I know you don't like me. Pearls has really gotten into her training lately. Huh?
Yeah. Ever since that incident last year.
What? When that came out, baby, cough hard. Let me do that again.
Oh, Mr. Delight. Good morning.
Oh, my face! No one would notice me, even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Oh, wait a sec.
You don't mean... You are the murderer!
No! I'm just a poor thief! not right.
I'll see if Karen before.
Remember this, dude. Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heist.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option. October 14th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Me without my cappuccino. Damn. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Dwight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Goldolfo.
Oh, he stopped the charge in the palm of his hand yet again.
Ron Delight, simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Goldholzel. Ha! Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. One! That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes, well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what he is going on for, Chief.
The victim is Campbell, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Goldolfo. Please call your first witness. I never drank more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best. Mr. Goldolfo, your witness? Two sips every 17 cups. Okay then. let's hear what the defense, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. Last I remember, he was on 8 cups. This is his 9th. The defendant. Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but I remember when Neil was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. Of course, I was a punk kid. We have no objections, Your Honor. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Huh. You've got guts. Try it. All right then, Mr. Ron Delight. Please take the stand. Notes at the ready. You did it, didn't you?
Yes. What? No, that's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
I almost said that I already was plenty guilty with those faces making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ha! Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Blood, why did you go to chestofobscurity?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Oh, what's your
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. So here we go with the witness testimony of my visit to KB Security. And trust me, after many long years of doing Let's Plays, I have finally realized what the problem I have been doing for all these years, and I hadn't realized it until I tested something. My FPS is the only reason why. I figured it out. If it's on high, with graphics like this, set my FPS on low, to where it comes out a nice fair shade of the way I want my recordings to come out, to where, you know, I get what I want with not too much difficulty when I start to record. I am so proud of myself. I really want to get myself a cappuccino. I really want to make myself a cup of cappuccino right now. Oh well.
That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Ballard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got It ordered me to go there. I've been working for TV security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
1 a.m. The exact time the murder took place. 2! The week get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. I'm on 10. It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will, please. Well, time to do some pressing. But notice it's always on games like these, but it's not with 8-bit or 16-bit games. It's always with more resolution. What I am, huh? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was low, and my internal clock was also a bit...
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Ballard, was murdered. Correct? It's too late for a coffee date. That's for sure. It ordered you there?
It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other... Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They say things like, steal this, or take that,
or hold it. Why did you save those for later, Mr. Delight?
Please don't say anymore. Please don't say anymore.
Now, what should I do? You know, just for safety reasons, why would you say now what should I do? Game? Capcom. What is this? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Which should I do? Or what should I do? But never, what should I do? I must do the do before I should do the do. Pressing hard. So what did the blackmail letter in question say?
it said to bring $50,000.
Money, a perfect motive for committing murder.
Wait! Wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway!
Oh? Is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
And emboldened Fulton Jr. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
My Masque for an outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. He's money, Masque for his money, Masque for his nobody else. I can't help it. That's going on record. Thank you. That's going in the personals too.
The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything.
Oh, this ought to be good. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter says if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole Masque thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Ballard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Jesse believes in me.
That's fine if Delight didn't believe he was Master Moss.
That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful.
What if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans? We'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
One, two, hey. Just what were you being blackmailed about, anyway? One, two, two, eight. I'm actually doing that part for myself. Just because I know where I am. The thing was, that was the last place I was stopped at. Check mark myself. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right?
Yes, that's right.
A security chief? You? And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. A pet emoji for murder. Wouldn't you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. So, my question is, why? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Excuse me.
Well,
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that.
okay. Then I take it back.
Defendants, please answer the question.
I needed money.
You needed money.
You see, Jessie loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh? My salary wasn't nearly enough. So I stole data from the company.
Come again?
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief,
You stole some data and sold it.
and Mr. Ballard found out, and I was fired immediately.
What? I wish I had never asked that.
I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own. Well, what isn't it? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company, fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
We sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster.
He fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that.
That is statement 3A right there.
Why?
Why would you do something like that?
Well, for Jesse's hobby. What else?
Wasting money, huh?
It's not a waste! So, Mr. Wright doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gone to even mine to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something.
At least, that's what it sounds like to me. Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Getting over a cold. So, whatever. Haven't recorded in a while, too. What were you being my room? Objection! There we go. We gotta change. I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was Master Masque. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
But yeah, that was all over once I was fired!
I'm reading that again.
But that was all over once I was fired!
Good.
But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay him now a whole year later.
Is it really true?
What is it, Nick?
The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Oh, yeah, he's had a problem, boy. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client? Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep it up the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
Little lawyer amigo?
Yes, now, come on. Provide some evidence to back up your assertion. 3! Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? Well, I got your wire right here, man. I got it right here, bro. This is the why. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday.
Huh? What doesn't?
I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
My Chelsea,
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Gonato! Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. No! Everything is falling neatly into place for him!
don't talk about my Chelsea like that! Or don't be sorry! I'll harm you!
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on. Oh. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now! Tell us! We're all ears. At the CEO's office.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
Oh, we know who he is.
Suddenly, I was hit on the head. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Ballard was lying there, dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Master Masque struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Anthony turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Huh. No one's going to believe a fake lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Wright? Just go easy just because he's your client. 5, 4. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blender. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in him. I know he didn't do it. Thank you. Nope. Nope. Oh, you were wearing what, man?
That?
Could you please clarify what you are referring to?
Why, my Master Masque costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Master Masque.
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? This is the only safe side I dress as Master Masque. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Dick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
He never told you this? I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either. Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. We're at 6 now? At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Masque costume.
Why were you dressed up as Masque?
Why? Because I'm Masque, of course.
What are you talking about? Masque trial's being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Masque issue. So I thought I should go ask him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that tape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected.
Took a lot longer? What are you talking about? What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course. My tape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Ballard's body.
What was that? Back up a second!
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Oh, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have... What were you thinking? And what reason could you have... Just what? Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer's simple. When they take them off. That is my brain. That's just what happened. I turned right and it completely turned left. The joke has just went over the head. Precisely. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? Ha. So, you're not as stupid as you look. Sir, I never am. I do it to my friends all the time. I act stupid because I'm not really stupid.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business? Do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one knows in the loop here? Witness! Make sure you add this to the testimony!
Yes, sir!
Uh-oh. Looks like a storm front is moving over the Fairweather Church.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. Took about 10 minutes.
Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer.
That's not exactly what I meant.
When I saw that corpse, I kinda lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it.
I think you have a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. That certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes. 10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why did you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
There's not much in this testimony either.
I bet he's still hiding something.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
So, 1, 2, 3, A, 3A, 4A, 4A. let me ask you something. You guilty! Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there was security personnel in the building. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection!
But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser, who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity, was not something Mr. Delight could have known. That doesn't make sense now, doesn't it? Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. There is no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Common stat! Thank you. Fine. Let's hear your theory. It finally shows up. 1 second. Fine. Let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he enters the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious. So he fainted? That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So, what you are trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right! Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Hold on, Nicole! Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection!
This is preposterous! It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Chamberlain.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. Ah!
So Chamberlain sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene. But
can I prove that it wasn't Chamberlain who sounded the buzzer?
I can prove it.
The defense opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Could I? I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not. 7.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
And now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Another cup. Ron Delight obviously wiped them off.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Master Masque. And Master Masque always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order! It would seem.
Order up. 8. I've been forced to eat crow.
I wonder what blood number crow flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
What's with the awkward silence all of a sudden?
Huh. It looks like you're fresh out of politics.
They're out of you, Nick. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts.
The real culprit killed Mr. Ballard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to walk in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well, then. Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? Call security. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running.
And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes. Although, as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
Yep. Huh. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to
turn himself in.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Cain Ballard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron DeLite, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer. It was so blatantly obvious. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron DeLite.
And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think I was the murderer.
Yes, that's why precisely the killer's real objective: to frame Ron DeLite for the murder.
I gotta get that whiff.
If I had some real coffee, I swear I would never do that. Because I'd be having real cappuccino. Order! Order! Order!
Order up! Order up! It was him.
10.
Gauge me up tonight. I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Oh, wait.
Ron, shut up. Wait.
A second. I'm the one and only Master Masque. So... Nick? You mean the real killer is...
We're going to drag that person in here right now.
But... Who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet. But think about it. The killer knew Mr. DeLite's identity. And they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So, the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Cain Ballard.
And now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright.
Who was it that framed Mr. Ron DeLite for the murder of Cain Ballard?
The #1 ace douchebag in all the world! This butt munch right here! Douchebag!
Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
ace detective. Look at me? You mean Master Masque did it?
Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us
Is not Master Masque at all.
He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Cain Ballard. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime. Of course. It's a capital crime subject to capital punishment. There should not be an A here. So therefore, it's capital crime subject to capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would.
When Luke Acme confessed, there was a huge commotion
In the courtroom.
I am the biggest layman!
He exclaimed. A famous detective was unmasked as Masque. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty. Master Masque had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Masque was Luke Acme's airtight, watertight, and assailable alibi. A guilty verdict. As an alibi? Yes. You know, it's almost time. Well, for what? For Luke Acme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Mr. Luke Acme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Am I really sure about this? Huh. A bet will be yours. Will your life be ended?
Mr. Wright, I
Mr. Dillon.
No, please. I'm begging you.
Thanks. My decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life? Naruhodo. What was that? Don't stray, Naruhodo-kun. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice. It sounded like... Your Honor! The defense requests an immediate recess! Huh. So that's your answer, huh? Very well. I decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Asme to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Later that day. Before lunchtime, in courtroom number 5. This douchebag!
Well, Sir Detective Asme. I have to say, Mr. Beck, you perform splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Asme. You were the one who...
Bitch, nobody cares! That's enough! Could you please quit sucking each other's dicks off? Thank you. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant, Luke Asme, Matteo! Don't hand down your verdict yet! Please! Well, welcome to my courtroom. Who's the Jose? Canadian judge. Who's the Jose? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Asme. Accusation? You mean Master Masque? That man is not Master Masque. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? God damn, them eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop here. And in the next part, in the second half, Naruhodo Yuchi and the pain in the ass in Canada court, eh? So stay tuned more. This right after this. I'm taking the save and I'll see you in the next part.